Hi, I'm Marcos Malitzis. Over the past 23 years, 23 years, Daily Kos has grown from a small political blog into a leading progressive media platform and community. What started as a single voice, mine, has evolved into a powerful community of writers and engaged readers dedicated to informing, inspiring, connecting, and driving change. We've hired some incredibly talented reporters who work hard to bring you the kind of honest, hard hitting, no bullshit coverage you won't find anywhere else. Now, meet the people behind the bylines.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex Breeden. I love any opportunity to write about how politics intersects with entertainment. I'm also super big on topics pertaining to the environment and LGBTQ plus news. Maybe you see my name around the site, maybe not. Since starting here, I've had the opportunity to interview people like former NFL star Chris Cluey, comedian Trey Crowder, and Democratic Governor Matt Meyer. Previously, I've worked at Al Jazeera America, the New York Post, and Fox News, and if that gives you whiplash, I don't blame you. When I'm not writing for Daily Kos, you can find me training circus performance up and down the coast of California. For more of my content, you can look for me on Instagram and Blue Sky via Alex Breeden Reports.
Hi, I'm Oliver Willis, and I've been a writer at Daily Kos since September 2024. I've written online about politics and media for over 25 years. Before I came to Daily Kos, I wrote for Media Matters for America for over a decade, and also wrote for the American Independent. My area of focus is media issues, particularly right-wing media like Fox News and talk radio, and how it influences the Republican Party. My favorite stories for Daily Kos are when I get to discuss media topics and explain to folks how it affects their lives. I also like stories where I'm able to mock the right for their never ending stream of absurdities. When I'm not doing that, I spend the rest of my life looking after this guy, the world's cutest and best dog, Kal-El, named after my favorite fictional character, Superman. He helps me to make sure all my stories are up to snuff.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily Singer, and I've been working here at Daily Kos since October, where I cover all of the idiotic things Donald Trump says and does, and all of the ridiculous ways Republican members of Congress try to defend him. Before coming to Daily Kos, I worked at some traditional media outlets, including the Washington Post and Roll Call, which is a Capitol Hill newspaper. I also worked at digital media outlets, including Mashable, Mike, and the American Independent. When I am not covering politics, I am usually wrangling my 3 and 5-year-old daughters here in suburban New Jersey, where I live with my husband, my toy poodle Wally, and my parents nearby. I enjoy painting, like the painting behind me. And this summer, I'm trying to teach myself how to garden, so we'll see how that goes. I hope you enjoy reading my work, and you can follow me on X, which I'm really trying to wean myself off of, at Con Emily, and also Blue Sky. Hope you enjoy reading our work and look forward to working here for many years to come.
Hi, I'm Lisa Needam, and I'm a staff writer here at Daily Kos. I've been writing about politics on the web for about a dozen years, and even as I say that, I felt all my bones crumble into dust. I often cover legal things here, particularly as the federal courts descend into disarray, and I am also incredibly reliable if you need someone to yell about abortion. I feel lucky to be in a space like Daily Kos where these things can be my actual job rather than just me annoying everyone I know. When I'm not here, I'm a lawyer and a writing prof, and my wife and I both serve as 2 passive incomes, chefs and chauffeurs for Molly here. Molly's named after Molly Ivins, and I'd like to think Miss Ivins would look fondly upon her namesake for being such a bad dog that she got kicked out of doggy daycare.
Hi, I'm Walter Einella. I've been a writer at Daily Kos for more than a decade. I cover a wide variety of stories, including the absurdities of the Republican Party. I've been an editor in publishing before that, and I spend most of my leisure time with my kids outside or embarrassing them by giving enthusiastic opinions about One Piece and the state of popular music. You can get me on my socials, which is at WALEIN.
Hi there, I'm Alex Samuels, a staff writer at Daily Kos. Before joining the team, I reported for the Texas Tribune, 538, and Texas Monthly. Here I've covered a wide range of topics, but my best stories are the ones that use hard data to dive into elections and political trends, or ones that take a deeper look at the Democratic Party. My absolute favorites do both. One of the things I love most about Daily Kos is our in-house polling through civics, which lets us easily track public opinion across demographic lines. I'm especially interested in how the electorate and political parties are shifting and what that means for the future of American politics. When I'm not writing, you can find me at a concert and music festival, reading, or on the couch watching Bravo marathons with my dog. But you can also keep up with me on Twitter, Blue Sky, or Instagram by Alex Samuels X5.